It's, that's what pitching usually comes down to, is consistency of your pitches, making good pitch after good pitch after good pitch. And if you don't, at this level, they're going to hit you.
On Friday, you ended up using Phil Hughes. Again, you're short in the bullpen, and he was so great in 2009, but 2009 is a long time ago.
Yes.
Can he be that dominant reliever?
Well, we need him to be. I don't know. I mean, only time is going to find out, and he's going to get his opportunities because of some of these injuries, and he's one of those guys that we need to have him step up.
Let's move away from the pitching for a moment. Another one where Yankee fans just gasp when it happens again. You take Derek Jeter out of the game after he singles in a run. I think it was in the 6th inning on Saturday. Is Derek hurt again? Well,
his ankle's bothering him a little bit. The good thing is the CAT scan came back good, so there's no injury there. It's probably just some of the wear and tear and going out there every day, and he's going to be day by day, and we're going to have to manage it.
This has to kill him.
Oh, I know it's killing him, because he's not being able to do the things that he's used to doing, and he's had to sit down so much. He comes back from one injury, has a quad injury, comes back from the quad injury, has a calf injury. And this is a guy that loves to be out there, especially this time of year, and I know it's killing him.
Tough question for you, and I'm sure it's a tough question you have to deal with every single day. The CAT scan comes back negative. The guy's not hurt per se.
Right.
But he's not playing at the level that he's used to playing. Can you tell Derek Jeter, I can't play you?
Well, I think we have to go day by day and see how he feels and try to make a decision on a daily basis whether we think he can go out there and be the guy that he's capable of being.
Must be tough. I mean,
it's tough, because this guy has meant so much to this organization, meant so much to me, whether I was a teammate of his or a coach or a manager. And he means so much in that clubhouse. And it's just hard to watch, when he's not 100%. I mean, he's a guy that goes out there all the time, and he'll never say he's hurt, and he'll never make an excuse, and it's hard.
All right, right now the Yankees are in a little bit of a role reversal. While they were treading water with all the injuries, they were getting great pitching and very little hitting. Going into Sunday's game, you've scored at least 6 runs, 6 straight games, and now the pitching's not there.
Yeah.
It must be frustrating.
It is. It's part of the game. And I've said all along during this, sometimes the pitching's going to have to pick up the hitting and vice versa. And right now our pitchers are going through a little bit of a rut. They got to figure it out, because we really need them, and they've been a strong point of our club, and we need them to step up the last 3 weeks.
All right, one of the biggest strong points has been Ivan Nova, and on Thursday pitched against the Red Sox. And, he didn't get slapped around per se, but he had a high pitch count after 4 innings, and you had to lift him. Was that more the Red Sox than him?
Yeah, they didn't chase, was the difference. They were very patient, and they just didn't even really swing at his curveball a whole lot. And it's a little adjustment that he needs to make. He needed to probably throw it for a few more strikes, and he'll make that adjustment.
All right, in the end of that game, Mo ends up blowing the save. I think it's 6 saves that he's blown this year. Are we seeing a little bit of a deterioration because it's late in the season and he's 43?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't bet on that. He gave up 1 run. It's not like he gave up a ton, and he gave up a jam shot, and so I wouldn't really bet. It was his 3rd day in a row, and sometimes people say, well, why'd you use him 3 days in a row? You usually don't. Well, you don't know what you're going to need the next 2 days, and obviously we didn't need him on Friday, and we didn't need him on Saturday, so that was why I used him.
All right, and on Friday, Andy Pettitte gave you a really good start, and again, sometimes I think you're really smart to stay off of Twitter, because you take Andy Pettitte out after 6. Well, why didn't he leave him in there? Well, Andy Pettitte's a 41-year-old guy who's at 100 pitches. You can't push him much more than that.
He won't make it. He will not make it. He will not make his next start. He just won't make it. So, I understand people's frustration, but I know the player, and I got to make the decision that's right for the club and right for the player, and that's what I'm going to do. And I can't run Andy out there for 120 pitches. He won't make his next start.
And you kind of have to believe that your bullpen could hold an 8-3 lead.
Yeah, I mean that's the idea. I mean, we need 9 outs, and we weren't able to get them.
All right, this homestand, awful loss against the Orioles on Sunday, then the Thursday and Friday, and otherwise you guys have played really, really well. How do you rebound from losses like that?
Well, it's just what you're trained to do, because you play every day in this game. After we lost that tough game Thursday, people were wondering how we respond. Well, we scored 8 runs, and then after that tough loss, how are they going to respond? Well, we scored 9 runs. So this club is very resilient. There's a lot of veterans in this room. They know what's at stake, and they know how to rebound.
All right, on Saturday, David Huff, who would replace Phil Hughes in the bullpen, or in the rotation, really gets hit hard. What happened?
He left a couple balls up. He left a fastball, 3-0 fastball up to Napoli, who's been a real nemesis for us this year. And he left a changeup up to Johnny Gomes, and he hit that out, and those pitches really cost him.
While you're losing to the Red Sox 3 games, Tampa Bay keeps losing. Now, you have been passed by the Orioles and the Indians, and that's a concern, but as of Sunday's game, you're 2.5 games out.
Right.
So you could feel bad about losing, and you could feel good about the fact you still have a shot.
Well, I think we've caught a little bit of a break, that they've kind of run into a tough spot as well, and that's a very talented team. So it's not like it doesn't happen to everyone. And, you know, the only team that we don't play is the Indians. So, I mean, to catch them, obviously we need a little help. But if we play extremely well, we have a great shot.